Episode 21 of Fork This City, and we're heading to Flatiron. On today's episode, we're breaking down Opto, the new Mediterranean spot taking over the former Periyali space and quickly becoming one of the most talked about post-work dinner reservations in the neighborhood. We're getting into whether Opto is actually worth adding to your dinner rotation. Then Gabby's going to give us her review of 787 coffee. I, as you know, don't drink coffee, so I know nothing about it and whether it's good, but she'll dissect if it's great coffee or people just there for the aesthetic. Let's get into it. I'm your co-host, Josh Einbinder, joined alongside Instagrubs, aka Gabby Martin. Gabby, we're past episode 20 and we're moving into the mid 20s, even though it's only 21. How are we feeling?
Mid 20s is 21. Okay, Josh. It's funny because we're starting to get a lot of views on our socials. Our YouTube shorts are getting thousands. And I'm going to give a shout out to one of our commenters because it's not a hate comment. A guy commented on our video, between the two of you guys, you hate the following foods. And he listed all of them out. And that's just showing that we have some true fans, which I'm so happy to hear. What did you think of that comment?
I was actually impressed by his knowledge
Of us.
of us. You know, sometimes those comments are just hate comments, but then when you read it and dissect it, you're like, wow, you really know what you're talking about when it comes to our food takes. So props to you for
Shout out to
listening.
you. We love
Um,
you.
and I was impressed by the comment, honestly. And I will say, I hear you on being more positive, and we are positive to some extent, but I also think at the same time, like you said in your comment, it's good to be honest, and I think that's the thing we're bringing to the food industry right now is honesty. Something that a lot of these other food influencers don't want to do is to speak the truth. So my message to the people, speak your truth.
We're the only people that speak the truth in the food industry right now, in my opinion. I don't see anyone else really posting negative reviews. I will
I can't,
say, we're
yeah.
going to bleep out this name. I have seen posting more like maybe try somewhere something else, or like they've been a little more, they've tweaked their language around, I've noticed sometimes when they don't like something, and I appreciate
Mm.
it. I think it's
Yeah.
needed.
Well, I think you can almost not about their content's fantastic, but what I'm noticing with a lot of content creators is you can kind of tell if they got paid or not for certain food places. I'm not going to name who it is, but there's a specific New York food creator who is open that she charges restaurants, and you know when she doesn't like a restaurant, and I assume it's because she hasn't paid them or they haven't paid her.
Well, you have to say it's a paid partnership on Instagram. You're supposed to. There's supposed to be like a little tag at the top that says paid partnership.
Well, that's nuanced though, as someone who came from the paid partnership space. There are nuances to that. So you don't necessarily have to say that, especially if it's like an under the table deal where someone's Venmoing you. You don't necessarily have
Oh,
to
I
say
guess
that.
technically no one would know, but it's a problem of mine. I believe that everyone does the right thing. I actually had a conversation with Emmy about this the other day.
Hmm.
People are corrupt.
Wait, you're saying you believe people do the right thing or don't do the right thing?
I genuinely, like a lot of the time, assume the best in people, what people do.
And Emmy doesn't?
No, she also does. We
This
found that
must
we are
this
very
this
innocent
is a
thinking.
this is a Martin family trait because it's for Jillian too. I'm the complete opposite. I am of the belief that most people are bad and don't do the right thing. Um,
Yeah, I don't think that.
and I truly believe that because I think most people are. I would like to think most people are inherently good, but sadly, I've just encountered too much in my life, my short life so far, that I just don't believe it.
I'll be like, so and so said this, and someone will look at me and be like, people lie. And I'm like, really? Like, I believed them at face value. So, not to go off too much about this, I don't even know how we got here, but yeah. Bob Martin says don't put soda in a water cup at Chipotle. That is horrible ethics.
Can I just say one last thing? When this episode comes out, we will have seen the Michael Jackson movie, and I feel that's important to note on this podcast
Why?
because I have been looking forward to this film for years. And in the spirit of talking about people lying or not telling the truth, a lot of people are giving the movie negative reviews,
Oh
and I
no.
refuse to believe it's true because people want that movie to be something that it's not. It's going to be entertaining for 2 hours. We'll circle back for next week's episode, but I'm very excited. Anyways,
Why did you put emphasis on the word film and not movie? I felt like that was
it's
on
a
purpose.
film. That's
What's
a
the
film.
difference? What's the difference?
A film to me is, a masterpiece, an art piece. A movie is a movie. A
Oh
movie
my,
is
oh,
a
okay.
movie is just go with it. Blended. A film. Interstellar, uh, you know, Forrest Gump, a film.
Forrest Gump is a film.
You know what I mean? And Michael, the movie, will be a film, and I can't wait to watch it.
And last thing about the movie, let's talk about our favorite movie theater snacks since we are a food podcast.
A great call. I'm going plain chocolate M&Ms and a popcorn.
Mix it together.
Mix it together.
You know, I texted Jamie that's what I wanted.
Well, I did see that you wanted the regular chocolate M&Ms, but I actually never knew this about you. We've known each other for almost 2 years now. That you're a chocolate M&Ms. Like I didn't know that at all.
Um,
I know the Martins like M&Ms because we
I
did the M&M taste test.
You want to know what's funny? It's actually recent. As of the past few months, I've been really liking M&Ms. It actually hasn't been my thing at all.
It's been
So
my favorite candy, hands down, my entire life. I also am very adamant about this, not to go on too much of a tangent about candies. Think the mini M&Ms are the best M&Ms, and
I agree.
I I've seen things that it's like, oh, it's not different, it's different. The flavor is a little different, but it's amazing. I don't know what makes them different, but the mini M&Ms are incredible.
Well, everything in miniature size tastes better. That's like a very common thing about food.
I don't like the mini Musketeer bars or like the mini M&M bags. I don't like.
Interesting. I
Mhm.
think they're fine. Yeah, mix it with popcorn, but then most importantly is the Coke slushy. I am such a slushy girl, and I saw that Slick, the candy place we reviewed, is now doing. I need to try it and then we'll see if I like it or not. It's vanilla soft serve mixed with Coke slushy.
Wow,
I don't know how I feel about it, but I must try it.
interesting. Yeah,
So
that's
next
not for
week,
me.
next week we will get back to you guys about the MJ movie.
We will, but I already know it's gonna be 5 stars from me.
Well, it sounds like you're already going into it very biased.
Yes, of course, because my last note on this, I don't like people who are going to this movie expecting it to be this hard-hitting piece about the full man's life. If you enjoyed his music, enjoyed his artistry, you will enjoy the movie. That is my theory, and that is why I believe I will love the movie. I'm not looking to see anything beyond that. I want to hear the hits, I want to see the dance moves, and I want to tap my feet but not get up and dance because I don't want to be disturbed.
Okay. Well, we'll
Anyways,
we'll get back to you.
let's get into the restaurant that we're going to talk about and review. It's Opto and Flatiron, my old stomping grounds in the old Periyali space. Now, yeah, because it's on 20th and 6th. I used to live on 21st.
Okay, for everyone listening, Josh did not live in Flatiron. He lived in Chelsea, and I rolled my eyes, and that's why he started defending himself.
I'm not really sure why you rolled your eyes though, because I literally live 250 feet from Opto.
Because
So
whenever you talk about your old neighborhood, I've never heard you once say Flatiron. You say Chelsea.
it's
Listen to other
exact.
episodes
Yes,
of
but
this.
it's exactly on the border. Like the left side is Chelsea and the right side of the street is Flatiron.
It's fine. We don't need to argue about it. I'm just saying you never
I'm
say
just letting you know.
Flatiron. Well, this
Um,
Opto people say is in Flatiron.
we had drastically different experiences at this restaurant. So I'll let you take it here first because I think your experience is going to be more interesting to listeners than mine.
Mine's more storytelling. So we thought this would be a good episode to do Opto because when we did our 20th episode awards, I gave Opto the Where's My Waiter award. And seriously, like in part, the story is due to weather conditions. And I don't think they handled it well at all. So, fun fact, when I was obsessed with checking ResX like it was my job, that Opto is the first and only place I've ever used ResX for. So, shout out to my friend Brooke. Brooke and I on January 16th had plans and we said we didn't have a dinner reservation. We were like, we're gonna do the best res we can get on ResX. So we were super excited when Opto came up because Opto has hype. I wouldn't say it has like an excessive amount, but it's not the easiest place to get in. You can't just decide you want to go
It's
there.
definitely a place. Like people want to go there. I don't think it's like a place that's like Teresi, of course not, but
Yeah, it's not on the same caliber.
it's certainly hyped.
Almost
Yeah.
like Hillstone level. Would you agree?
Yes, but I think the food is tremendously better than at
I
Hillstone.
disagree. Well, we'll get to that. So got it on ResX for like a pretty decent time, like 8 p.m. I maybe 8:30, and all was good. So we get there, and you have to kind of understand the layout of the restaurant. It's very narrow. So when you walk in,
Like an L kind of like it's down and then it curves out.
I didn't even make it down to the end. Okay.
Mm.
You walk in, and the bar's to the right. But in front of where the bar starts, like actually more towards the sidewalk, there's like one table or maybe two. So like as if you walk in and like turn around and go back, there's like one table and then the bar starts. So we were seated there and immediately we were like, this is way too cold. Like the temperature was just completely unacceptable to dine comfortably. So I'm wearing my Canada Goose and I was like, I can't take this off. So being polite, I was like, okay, let's ask to move tables. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal. I'm willing to sit at the bar. I'm literally willing to sit anywhere. So we asked, can the waitress, and she was like, unfortunately, like, there's nothing available, but we'll turn the heat on. So that's a fine answer, right? And you can hear when the heat turned on. Okay. I kid you not, a minute later, you hear it then turn off and we become freezing again.
Mm.
So we were like, so now that I reflect back, I'm like, maybe it was on a sensor that when the door opens, which was right next to me, it turns off. Have you heard of that happening? Like if the door opens, it'll turn off because it won't be able to regulate? I don't know.
Usually, I'm trying to think.
Usually it would turn off when it gets to that level of heat.
I don't know.
But someone told me maybe the door kept turning it off. So you hear it turn on and then turn off a second later. So we get the waitress again, like one does. And you're like, hey, like, thanks for turning it on, but like it turned off again. And she was like, oh, I'll take care of that. We haven't even put in our like order for water or anything because like this is just too big of a deal. So she disappears and doesn't come back for a while. And we know that the heat didn't turn back on because you can hear it. So we get another like a one of the bus boys, is that what they're called? Like
Hmm.
doing the water. And we're like, hey, like it's freezing over here. And he's like, yeah, it is. And we were like, can we turn on the heat or move tables? He was like, there's no other table, but whatever. He goes, turns on the heat. It's on for 2 minutes. It's off again. So we were like, okay, we either suck it up or we leave ultimately. What would you do?
I'm more of a suck it up kind of guy. Like,
No, you're
yeah,
not.
no, yes, I'm not gonna leave once I sit there.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about being at that table
I
ultimately. Like,
agree. So we
you just
stayed.
have to deal with it.
We stayed, but it was probably like 19 degrees out, and every time the door opened, like a huge gust came in. Like everything about this table was horrendous. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my gloves on. I'm gonna wear my jacket, and like we're just gonna eat the meal like this. So I mean, we maybe complained one other time, and the heat turned on and then off a second later.
Hmm.
So we can get into the food if you would like, and we can compare our notes.
Well, first, I want to say I was seated in the back of the restaurant, and I went in early April, so I didn't have to really worry about the temp. My service experience was flawless. I had a great time there. I thought the vibe was really good. But
Must be
yes, we can
nice.
get into the food. I think we should start with the appetizers. I don't know what we ordered. This we're kind of going in blind because we might have not ordered the same thing.
I
What
went
I
with a
can,
smaller group. It was just me and my friend Brooke.
yeah,
So 4 items total, which I feel like is not crazy.
yeah, I think we got
So
six,
for how many of you guys?
four.
Okay, that makes sense. So one appetizer, the gem lettuce salad. Belly recommended it. So unmemorable. Don't remember it.
We didn't get that. We got a couple appetizers.
Go
We
ahead.
got the roasted asparagus, the charred Spanish octopus, which I think is like their most bellied and Instagrammed dish, and also the crispy calamari. I'll start with the crispy calamari. Don't get it. It's any calamari you can get anywhere. I'm a big the older I get, the more I'm like, F calamari, get the grilled octopus. I'm so over breaded octopus,
Add
like
that to the list of
deep
foods we
fried.
don't like.
Yeah, I'm over it. The charred Spanish octopus had mint. Came with potato and aged sherry. I thought it was really, really good, and I like that mint. I thought it was just a different flavor than you normally get with octopus. That's number one. Number two, I don't frequently eat asparagus. It's not something in my rotation. Sorry, mom. It was very good. Really, really enjoyed it. And I would say if you're gonna get an appetizer there, just get the charred Spanish octopus, the grilled octopus, and call it a day.
Just that. Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
wish I tried that because people do talk about that often. Also, I like asparagus, but I don't think people should eat it because it makes your pee smell.
Yes, that is true.
And I just think that's disgusting. Like, ew,
Yes.
gross.
Yes.
That's all I got to say about that, but I actually do like it. Okay, so let's move on to mains, I guess. So we got the macaroni di busta pomodoro, whatever that is. It looks
Hmm.
really cool. It's on the belly photos. It's like a very thick pasta. They classify it as a pasta. So number one, it got cold within 20 seconds of being at my table. So temperature control, not great.
Hmm.
Number two, it didn't taste like pasta. It was like, the like rice cakes that you can get at sometimes at like Asian restaurants.
Yeah.
It was that and extremely chewy with the red sauce. I just didn't like it and I really was expecting to, so I was very upset.
What
Next,
else? Yeah. What else did you get?
lemon pasta. Did you get the lemon
We
pasta?
did get the lemon pasta. Yes.
Okay, so we know how I now feel. Add this to the other list of things I don't love. Lemon should not be in food. Lemon pasta, I really can't get past the lemon. Lemon is just so potent and like takes over whatever it is. And one time I got a sushi roll and everything in the roll sounded good and then there was lemon, but I was like, that's
In a
one thing out of
sushi
10.
roll?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
So this is how my like um lemon shouldn't be in food thing like got started.
Hmm.
So like it was everything I love in sushi plus lemon. I should have just said no lemon. I remember I was on vacation as like a teen. The lemon completely ruined the sushi roll. Like it's all I could taste. And
Hmm.
now when I have anything with lemon in it, it ruins it. Lemon in water, I don't even like. All I taste is the lemon. So I'm just really against lemon. I know lemon pasta is a trend. I tried it. I can maybe eat one bite and I'm like gagging. And it was freezing.
Um, I'll say this. I don't like lemons, period. I don't like them in my water. I don't like anything lemon related. I did like the lemon pasta. I am growing more and more in favor of eating lemon pastas. Now, to say at the same time, I think there are other pasta dishes I'd rather get before lemon pasta, but I thought it was solid. I did not get the macaroni di busa pomodoro because we wanted to go with the pesto cavatelli, which I actually really enjoyed.
I'm shocked that you were willing to get the thing they're not known for rather than like the most Instagrammable pasta.
I kind of forget why we didn't get it, but I think we all just didn't want red sauce pasta that night.
It's just not like you because like that's one of the main photos for the
I
place.
know.
I'm glad you didn't get it though.
The octopus and that pasta dish are like the two things I always see everywhere on the internet when it comes to Opto.
The one I got.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so weird. So, not to talk about another place, have you been to No One?
No, but I know what it is.
We could talk about it a different time. Like, you should try it because the burger is good, but they also have a pasta very similar to that, the thick, spongy stuff, but it's a vodka sauce. So, of course, I'm a sucker. I ordered it, didn't like it either. So, maybe just I don't like pasta in that extremely thick, squishy. I like al dente, but it's like too much. Um, that
What else
format.
did you get at Opto? Yeah, you got one more dish,
One
right?
more thing, which actually was pretty good. The half chicken. The
Hmm.
thing is, like, you could give me a half chicken everywhere, and it will most likely be decent. Like, I'm actually not a rotisserie chicken girl, but it was essentially that. It was good, but I'm not going back for a half brick grilled chicken.
Yeah, I did not get that. We didn't get any of the meats, and we actually seemed to not upset my waiter, but I think he was like really confused why we didn't want any of the meats and seafood. We just went right for the dessert. Did you get any dessert there?
No, I wanted to leave. I was freezing.
I understand that, but can I make a declaration that I know you're gonna think it's crazy? The dark chocolate mousse I had at Opto was one of the best chocolate mousses I've had in New York, hands
Yeah.
down. And then we also got the lemon tort, which also
Lemon
not
dessert?
yes, which contradicts what I just said because I said I don't like lemons. This was a great friend Dylan's order. He got the lemon tort as well, and I just want to say I would never get it myself. I'm a chocolate guy. It was delicious.
That's
Really
whack.
good. Really good.
No, thank you.
So
I don't
overall,
like the taste of lemon. I don't need
oh,
like dessert should be chocolate. That should be
mm,
one of our when we have our merch, you know? It should
yeah,
be something about like how dessert should only be chocolate items.
yeah. I agree. Dessert should be chocolate. There's nothing better.
Very few exceptions to that.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out. I had an amazing chocolate chip cookie, and we're not going to review this place. It's called Motto. It's like the $3 like cheap coffee place all over the
Yeah.
city. I had a chocolate chip cookie from there the other night. It was insane.
I might have
So
to
who
I might
knew?
have to try it because my running joke since I moved to the city is that Motto is a money laundering scheme because
Oh, yeah, there's a lot
they're
of them.
they're everywhere. But the thing is, not only are they everywhere, that like is a concern to me. It's there are some on the Upper East Side every 2 blocks from each other, and I'm like, how could these locations all? That does look quite good, actually.
Yeah, it looked insane. So it was on the Storytime app. And
Hmm.
I get free stuff. So they gave me $15, but the coffee there is known for being like really inexpensive, which is why people like it. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll try something. And the cookie looked so good. She asked me if I wanted it heated up, but this was at 8:30 a.m. after I took an F45
Huh.
class. So I was like, I'm not going to eat it right now, so I'm actually not going to get it heated up right now, but I appreciate the offer. I didn't even try it heated up, which would be even better, but the cookie was really good, so you should try it.
Maybe I'll get tomato. We'll see. Motto.
They're on like every other block.
No, seriously, I don't know how any of these locations make money because they're everywhere. I do like the little display cases outside the window that you can always like
Yeah,
look
I'm not
into.
gonna lie, like it's not gonna be on Gabby's coffee corner, but maybe it should be because the coffee I got there was freaking delicious. I'll just give it a shout out here. I got the cold brew brown sugar latte.
Mhm.
That doesn't make sense. The latte and cold brew can't be the same. Cold brew, I don't know, cold brew coffee with brown sugar is gonna be my guess. Insane, really good. So praise tomato. But back to Opto. I'm just disappointed that nothing on my meal was comped after all that. Wouldn't you
Mm.
think? Oh, I forgot a big part of the story. This is weird. So this group of people came in probably in their 40s and 50s. One of the guys looks at us and goes, "You guys look miserable." And we were like, "Yeah, it's freezing over here." He turns to like the hostess and goes, "You guys should move them. Like this is really uncomfortable, the temperature." Like that was crazy that like just a
Mm.
random guy said this. And then whatever, nothing happened. So I'm just like flabbergasted that like there was no apology at the end.
You're gonna not like this, but it's not like anything was wrong with the food itself. Like, I don't know if they can necessarily control the weather outside, which is why I think they didn't need to comp anything on your meal. Should they have tried to move you? Yes, absolutely. Even to a bar seat, like further down, not near the door. But I don't know if I owned a restaurant, I'd be like,
Then they should have
maybe
figured out a way to move us if they
like
couldn't
maybe a
get the temperature.
10%, like here's 10% off the meal, but I don't know if
Comp
I
the
would
gem
give.
salad. Come on. Like we complained so many times. You could still apologize for us being uncomfortable and their heat not working. Like good hospitality would be like, I'm so sorry, like we couldn't figure out the heat situation. Like we would love to see you soon. Like you should acknowledge it and feel
Yes, of
bad.
course, that's good business. Um, that is just
Nothing.
what good restaurateurs do.
Yeah.
But
And I just no respect. I really don't want to go back there. It like I was
many,
so uncomfortable.
many owners in the industry are actually not very good at hospitality, and that's the truth. Is a lot of these people who own restaurants don't realize how little it takes to make sure you can make one, keep someone happy, but two, keep them from coming back. What's the stat? It's like once a person goes to your restaurant 3 times, they're like 70% more likely to keep coming, like at least once a month, something like that.
Oh.
It's, in my mind, very easy to just throw people a bone. I don't want to go on a tangent because we're going to do your coffee review in a second. But growing up, there was a Chinese restaurant in Stanford that we used to go to every single Sunday religiously. This is when I was in high school. We picked up our food, and she accidentally charged us $6 instead of $60. Okay. And now by then, when I was 16, we'd probably gone hundreds of times. No joke. We leave. We didn't even realize we paid $6 on the credit card. We leave, get in the car. We're about to pull out. She runs out of the restaurant, chases our car down, and asks us to pull back in because she charged us the wrong amount. And so she makes us pay the full $60. To me, that's an example of bad business. One, we're always good for the money because we'd been there so many times. So the next time she could have, said, "Hey, I mischarged you." She could have called us. She had our phone number, and we never went back again because we just felt like it was ridiculous that she chased down our car while we were in traffic. She could have called us. She had our phone number.
I actually don't know if I'm on your side for this one. She's not the owner.
She
So,
owned it.
oh, that was the owner.
Yes. Her name was Ivy. We went all the time, and we just felt like it was like it's something that you shouldn't really like. To me, if I owned a restaurant and I knew this was a religious customer who came every Sunday, I'd be like, it's fine. I'll
Yeah.
let them go, and next time I'll just I'll either call and let them know or I'll just let it go.
I'll take your side because it's the owner. If it's a waitress, I think I
No,
would
no,
have been like,
if it's the
she would have
waitress,
gotten in trouble.
I'm not talking about the waitress. I'm talking about the owner, and she knew who we were. She'd known me since I was a little boy, and she never saw me again after because
She's probably wondering where you are.
we've actually since gone back a couple times,
Oh, okay.
um, 10 years later, but she doesn't work there anymore. Or we
She
think
was
she
the
sold.
owner.
Yeah, we think she sold
Oh, you
the
think she
restaurant.
sold it?
Yeah.
Interesting. What a good story. So it sounds like, I mean, I don't know. I think I deserved a free. I think if they gave me anything for free at that point, I would have forgiven them a little bit. Like, I just don't think it wasn't okay to not acknowledge it because we complained so many times.
They could
That's
have just
where
comped you a free drink, a free dessert, or 10 or 20%
just
off
an
the
apology,
meal.
not like forget the money. Just acknowledging it would have made me
Hmm.
feel better and whatever. And it was really expensive. It was over 100 per person, no alcohol,
Wow.
just those four
It actually was a very expensive restaurant.
like
And
coat was cheaper and you got way more bang for your
I
buck there.
don't think the food is worth the price of Opto, but if you're looking for like good vibes, make sure to request a seat in the back so you don't end up in Gabby's situation.
At
Um,
least in the winter.
yes, but in the summer it's probably a good spot. But enough about Opto. Let's move to your coffee review. I'm excited to hear what it is, even though we already said it on the intro, and what you think about
Yeah, so welcome to number 3 of Gabby's Coffee Corner, everyone, because you all care about my opinions.
it.
So
We do.
I don't remember when I started needing coffee every day in my adulthood, but now I wake up and I'm like, how am I getting my coffee? So if we have any like teenage listeners, just don't fall down this path. Like caffeine is a drug. Okay? Listen to me
Hmm.
right now. So I'm going to talk about 787. The first time I went was in 2021 with my mom. So it's a vibe. It is, I forget, it might be Colombian. It's some like very international coffee. Like none of it is like Americanized style. So
It's Puerto Rican, right?
I don't know. I should know, but I
I
don't.
believe it is.
So they're actually on the Storytime app. So I've collabed with them a few times. I
It
actually
is
really want
Puerto
to,
Rican. Yes.
Puerto Rican, I want to interview them on here because I really love the coffee, which is why I'm recommending it. I'm only going to do coffee chats with people, I mean, places that I recommend. So you go in and you choose the type of espresso to go into your latte. So the types of espresso you can add is the classic, the rum infused, the whiskey infused. It's not like alcohol, like a kid or teen, whatever, can have the rum infused latte. It's just what it's called. You choose which bean you want, and then you choose which latte you want to get it in. Because a latte, for those who don't know, is milk with a shot of espresso on top, right?
I
Okay.
don't think I knew that.
Really? Okay. Well, now you know. Where coffee, they're just like pouring coffee with a little bit of milk. So it's very
Mhm.
different. So they have different types of lattes. The classic coquito, horchata, dulce de leche, marzipan, tres leches, and I imagine like that's part of what sweeteners are in the milk. So my favorite is to get the rum infused espresso in the coquito latte. It is delicious. It is sweet for those people who like it sweet. It's not too sweet. I can down this. And it comes in like a really cute pouch, which we will do B-roll for so you can
I
all
do think
see.
the pouch is very cute. I've seen the pouch before. It's very
Extremely
cute.
Instagrammable. It only comes in a pouch for iced coffee. You cannot get it in a plastic cup, which I'm not gonna lie, for like commuting purposes, I don't love because there's a straw that goes through the pouch, so it's not completely sealed. So you couldn't like, I don't know, like it could spill more easily than like a
Mm.
sealed like plastic cover, but it is extremely cute. It's such a vibe. I recommend everyone try it out. It is a chain. There are quite a few in the city. There's not a lot. I know Jillian loves 787
Yes.
because we were near one once and she was like, I need to get it. Whenever I can collab with them on Storytime, I do. I had one bad experience once in a 787. I went to the one in Flatiron and the lines can get super long, which speaks to how good it is. But one time I waited for 20 minutes and I still didn't have my coffee and I left. So I think it's very laid back, chill vibes. They weren't cranking us out of there. But overall, I would actually give this coffee a very good review. So if you're coming to New York City, I would recommend trying out 787 coffee.
The only experience I've ever had in 787 was I went to go get coffee for Jillian, and the guy was like, "What kind of beans do you want?" Because he thought I was ordering for myself, and I was like, I don't know. And he's like walking me through the different beans, and there was like a bourbon bean. I was like, oh, does the bourbon bean taste like bourbon? I was like, I'm very curious how all this works. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm too overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated. You just tell me what's best, and that's what
It's
I'll
not
say.
bourbon, it's rum and whiskey.
Rum and whiskey. I mean, whiskey, bourbon.
It is really confusing, I will say. Like the first few times I was like, I don't know. I'm not a coffee connoisseur, honestly. Like the storytime collaboration was you must get the rum infused coquito latte. So I was like,
Mhm.
I'll have that. And then I've loved it ever since and I've purchased it myself outside of working with them. So I highly recommend. I think you would like it for someone who doesn't like coffee. It gives a little bit of dessert vibes.
Hmm. Interesting. Maybe
All
one
right.
day if I drink coffee full time, I'll
No,
try it.
don't fall down that path. I think you're on a really good path without it.
I think so too. I love me some H2O.
Natural energy.
Yes. Well, I think that's episode 21. Um, we hope you enjoyed it. You can follow us on all our socials at Fork This City Pod on Instagram, at Fork This City on TikTok. You can give us a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. For episode 21, Gabby, I think that does it.
And we're on YouTube Shorts now, which we realized we should
Yes,
have been
we
posting to before.
great
People are
point.
so much nicer on YouTube Shorts, I will say. Love you guys. Okay.
Shout out to the YouTube Shorts community. Yeah.
Well, we will see you guys next week with all things MJ and movie snacks.
Oh
Peace out,
yeah.
mother forkers.